Well, good morning, tubers. Little vape chat in the park with Tim this morning. Unfortunately, we have issues we need to discuss about our favorite off-grid paranoid. I wish I didn't have to waste the time on it, but he's come unglued. I'm afraid he might do damage to himself or others. Got Bandit over here. He's always wherever I am. Anyway, yeah, it's, let's see, where to begin? Well, he's accusing everybody and their brother of wanting to burn him out. Of course, they probably do, but they're not actually, I don't think anybody's actually, planning to take action on it. He's misrepresenting a comment that was made on Link's video when he torched the cardboard home. He's good about stretching the truth, get to the breaking point. But yeah, Link has had it. Link's tried to do a crazy man video, but there's no way to out crazy Troy. I'm sorry, Link. It was worthwhile, and of course I enjoyed watching it. Tony's responded with a video showing his eating chicken at Bojangles or something, and his basic response is, prove it. And there isn't going to be any proof for it coming because Troy wouldn't know a fact. And that's another thing. These people that Troy are claiming are trolls, they're just telling the truth. People telling the truth are now trolls. So when you hear Troy talk about trolls, just insert the word truth teller and you'll have a better understanding of what's going on. Meanwhile, in the life of Tim, I got up this morning and walked Bandit about 6 o'clock, and it was still dark outside, and I thought, well, what the hell? I walked back up to the house. I decided to crawl in the back of the van and test out my new bed. And I got up 2.5 hours later, something like that, about 8:30. It wasn't bad at all. I think I'm going to do just fine sleeping in the van. I don't expect I'll be doing too much of it, but on the trip to Colorado, I don't plan to take it in one swoop. I'll probably take two days. I'm not in a huge hurry. I don't want to race the van to death. I'll try and take my time and go easy on it. I want to thank my subscribers and contributors in Australia. I've gotten the most support on my fundraising drive from another continent. And I'm very thankful for that. I've gotten to the point now where I probably have enough money to make it and get the van fixed. It's going to be tight, is Dick's Hat Van. I think this is the last day I'm going to put a PayPal link in my videos. Anything I get from this point on is going to be, for buying McDonald's or something on the way, or getting Bandit a bag of dog food when we get there. I'm not going to have much money when I get there. I'm not looking to be flush. I'm just looking to make the jump so I can start earning an honest living. And that's something that Troy would never be interested in doing, and several of the other off-gridders as well. But I like to fund myself. I don't mind taking donations for people that are interested, that get an enjoyment out of watching my videos, or just have an extra buck to spare. But I'm not going to try and create drama that doesn't exist, or overextend the woe and despair, because I have it pretty bad, but I know there's so many people that honestly have it worse, and that's one of the reasons why I'm so disgusted with what Troy is doing. But as I come down here to the park, I notice my buddy Tim's sitting down here. What's up, Tim? Yeah, he's out here. We talked a little bit yesterday and continued our conversation. Gave him some of the advice that was left in the comment section on my videos. Maybe he can find some usefulness in that. I did discuss with him about his eating arrangements and how he handles, food. He's getting the food stamps from the government. Of course, he can't buy hot food, and he doesn't have any way to cook food because he doesn't have any electricity. I'd probably leave him my hot plate and my little tiny crock pot if I thought it would do him any good. But he explained to me how he can get sandwiches up at the convenience store and put them in the microwave, so he does get some hot food, which I was glad to hear about. Well, I don't have a whole lot else to say. At this point, it looks like I'm going to try and roll out of here Tuesday. And I'm going to be heading to Memphis and try and chase down my mechanic buddy, and I'm going to have to buy the parts. I don't think I have time to order them online and get them shipped at this point in the game. So I might have to pay a few dollars more, but the money that I save not having to pay for labor, you know, it's like I said, it's going to be tight either way. But I feel like I have a lot going for me, and you know, I'm in a pretty upbeat mood overall. Trying to suck up the last of this warm weather down south. I'm pretty sure that once I get in Colorado, it's going to be cold as a witch's tit. So, you know, might as well get of it what I can. It's a nice park to hang out in during the day. I couldn't see myself hanging down here all day. I got too many other things to do. I think I want to try and put some curtains up in the van today. There was the Art in the Park thing that was down here. If you look in that video, you'll see that they had some sheets up between those storage bins they were using for displays, and I dug those out of the trash the next day. I wish they weren't white, but they didn't cost me anything, and if I have enough thread left in my sewing kit, I'm going to try and string up at least the curtain between the front and the back. I've got the rear side windows covered, as you can see in the van video that I did on the world's smallest watermelon. And I put up a piece of cardboard in the back window yesterday so I could, you know, have privacy from the back. And I didn't have any issues. Young lovers in the park, don't try and hide. Yeah, okay, guys. But other than that, that's probably going to take me a while because I'm not a seamstress, but I think I've got some contact points so I can stretch some string across, and at some point in time I might be able to dye those sheets or just replace them with a thicker and darker fabric. But I like to keep the lights from the oncoming cars from shining in. I really don't think anybody's you know, if they wanted to, they could come up to the van and peek in the side windows. I haven't got those covered, but they are tinted, and I didn't have any trouble last night, or this morning I should say. It's a pretty secluded little hovel I've got in the back of that van, and it's pretty comfortable too. Of course, Bandit trying to squeeze me out, that little sucker, you know. I got to continually push him off and keep him up in his little roll. He's around here somewhere. But anyway, I just had to say, this thing with Troy and his paranoia is over the top. And the idea that, you know, he had that inspiration from God to open those third channels, but apparently he's changed his mind. I don't know if God sent him another message or not, but you know, that's another thing. For a guy who supposedly lives by turning the other cheek, and I don't know, it seemed to me like there's some scripture somewhere about walking through the valley of the shadow of death and fearing no evil. That dude fears his shadow. I'm sure that somebody's going to be stupid enough to send him some cameras. He's had plenty of chance to put up security cameras. It wouldn't cost him $50 to put up a live feed camera where all of his Googling admirers could keep an eye on his property when he's not there. He's got the equipment. He's got a battery that would run a forklift for a day that apparently can't run a PC and a modem for, you know, a week. You know, that's another one of those off-grid mysteries. Guy's got enough solar panels that I see people with vans running refrigerators with 100-watt panels on the roof of their van, and yet he can't manage to keep LED lights on half the time. We have to see him running around doing videos with this little light stick, another gift or grift from someone, I'm sure. But you know, if you can manage to overlook all the contradictions in Troy's videos, you're you're prime candidate for you know, him. He loves to take advantage of people that don't have any common sense and are overly trusting. But I would suggest that you go back and you look and you listen to the trolls, because they're trying to save you some money. Now, there are some dedicated friends and family of his that are probably in on the scam and will jump all over you no matter you know, what happens, and you just have to ignore them. I do. You know, don't be browbeaten into submission when you know that you're doing the right thing. Well, I'm out for now. I'm having a great day, and I hope you guys do too.